My name is Jared McElroy, and I agree that our Earth is full. An ecological footprint is the analysis that measures relationship between humans' use of resources and services and the planet's ability to supply those products. According to a 2011 edition of the National Footprint Account, in 2008, humans already were operating at a level that requires 1.5 Earths to support us. Evaluation of these footprints shows that our Earth is not capable at handling all the carbon released from burning fossil fuels. This is affected even more by the fact that our wood product footprint already exceeds Earth capacity, and that Earth's forests will continue to be destroyed, removing a very important sink for CO2. This ecological footprint can also be used to project future consumption trends. A 2012 calculation determined that by 2050, humans will be using resources at a level that would require 2.6 Earths. It is pretty easy to realize that something needs to change to protect our planet and our way of life.
One of the 3 points in the argument that the Earth is full is that it takes a crisis for humans to abandon normal habits and routines and to make a significant change. Until either the economy is affected or there's immediate threat on habitat, such as sea levels rising to an extent that coastal cities are endangered by going underwater or having their infrastructure affected, action will not be taken. However, this isn't saying that it's impossible for humans to change and to stop the course that the environment is currently on. It is possible to reduce carbon emissions to a point where they're almost at zero, if people are willing to drastically change their current style of living, as in transportations and consumer goods. It often just takes extreme circumstances to provide the motivation for such a change. For example, during World War II, there was a rationing program installed on food and fuels to ensure that there was enough supplies to send to the troops that were overseas fighting on the front lines. And citizens even went beyond the rationing of the food and the fuels, and they donated scraps, whatever materials were needed, took up extra jobs at factories that specialized in wartime production, and even without the circumstance of war, the entire nation would not have taken such drastic measures to consume less food and consume less fossil fuels. So similarly, people today will not stop consuming fossil fuels and other natural limited resources until there's immediate threat that needs to be dealt with.
Another factor suggesting that the Earth is full is society's problem with increasing demand for fresh water. Even today, nearly 13% of the world's population lacks access to safe drinking water. Although it's impossible to accurately predict what will happen to the Earth's water resources in the future, most scientists agree that the Earth's climate will become more extreme and unpredictable. In particular, this is most likely to be prevalent in climates near the equator. This is even evident in today's changing climate. For example, the drought in California from 2011 to 2016, which was the worst drought in California's history. If this pattern of climate change continues to become more extreme as predicted, more severe droughts would occur, possibly even leading to a critical freshwater source being entirely dried up. On top of this, much of the groundwater would certainly disappear, causing permanent damage to the affected environment, possibly even making it inhabitable for a long time. With the demand for water increasing rapidly, the price of importing water to the affected people or bringing the affected people to another water source would be huge, and even harder to find funds to pay for it. Technology is essentially useless in a situation such as this, unless innovation leads to water becoming cheaper and more easily distributable, both of which are very unlikely.